My name is James C. Hawkins. I am 83 years old. I was born in a small town in Florida called Apalachicola, Florida, in an all-black southern community that neighbored an all-white southern community. I moved from there to a place called Providence, Rhode Island. There were about 450 students, and I was the only non-white minority in the whole school. For the first 3 months, I had almost a fight every night after school. Who's Jimmy gonna have to fight today? My father always said, pick out the leader, pick out the one with the most mouth. You take him out, the others will respect you, and they won't bother you. If he takes you out, then they'll admire the courage you had to go against someone they couldn't handle. And Jimmy did extremely well. There was a scholarship given to the top boy and a scholarship given to the top girl. I got the boys' scholarship. A lot of families, parents resented that. In fact, everything they told me I couldn't do, that became my goal to do. At MIT and being across the river from Boston University, there was a fellow I met that I used to see quite a bit going to school at Martin Luther King, taking his religious training. If you were a civil rights crusader, you had to be qualified to be that. And I've been to this lunch counter in Greensboro. I've been there many times. Can I sit there and have someone pour salt on my head or pour milk in my food? I could not do that. I was not man enough. I agree that nonviolence is the way. It takes more skill to not hit someone, but yet be at the point of impact and know what it was. That's what I like about karate. We moved to Massachusetts, where I was to have my first home. And my wife and I went through hell. Nighttime calls, all kinds of things you couldn't even imagine. Expletive, get out of town. N-word, get out of town. Our next door neighbor had formed a committee for the prevention of undesirables to the community. It took 30 days of pure hell. One night I was in there working, sawdust in my hair, and a doorbell rang. A man came to the door, and he said, I am the one who beat a lot of the calls to you, who organized the committees to stop you from coming into this area. And I realized I had no reason to. I didn't know you. And I stood there with the drill in my hand, tears in my eyes. And my wife started to cry also. I had to say, if this man was man enough to come face me with that kind of admission, then I could do no more than accept it and even respect him. And we became good friends. What people fear is the unknown, and what they don't know and don't understand. I went to a karate match, and my future teacher was in it. And I just liked the way he conducted himself. He was a gentleman. He was a gentleman fighter. And he cared about the ones he'd beaten. Then I decided at age 35 that I was going to go into it for real. I did this up until February of 2013 when I came down with the right anterior sarcoma on my right leg, which is another form of cancer. And as my daughter says, you had 3 bouts with cancer and you won all 3. I guess I did. A champion is the one who gives an honest and a complete effort in everything he attempts. Don't tell me why you can't do it. Tell me what you need to be able to do it. Because all winners are not champions. But you know in your heart that you did your best. And you accepted responsibility for it and went for it. To me, that makes you a champion.